everyone, thank you for joining me for today's Paint With Me. I thought we could do a little bit of chatting and a little bit of vibing with just the music. I enjoy watching both formats for these kinds of videos, so I figured we could combine them. Hopefully that's alright with you. Since the topic for today's painting is BTS, I thought it would be appropriate to do a BTS tag. I'd love to hear your answers to the questions as well. Please feel free to leave them in a comment below. I'll be sure to type the questions in the video's description. So without further ado, let's just get into the tag. Alright, so the first question is, who was your bias when you first started standing BTS? My first bias was Jimin. When I was first watching their music videos and listening to their music, he was the first person I was drawn to in their videos, and his voice is very unique. It has a very unique quality. So Jimin was my first bias. The second question is, who is your current bias? And my current bias is Jhope. I think the moment that my bias changed from Jimin to Jhope was during the 2017 Wings concert in Los Angeles. That concert was just amazing. If you were there or you've seen footage from it, that was by far one of the best concerts I've ever been to. And Jhope's stage presence really just commanded all of my attention, and that's when I knew. I was like, wow. Alright, moving on to something a little less corny. What is your favorite Bangtan Bomb? And this one is kind of a tough one for me because I don't really watch the Bangtan Bombs. I'm kind of like a passive consumer when it comes to the content that BTS puts out. They put out so many videos, and there's just so much new content pretty much every day. I unfortunately work a full-time job that is not art related, and my time not spent at my workplace is pretty limited, so I don't have a whole lot of free time to do the things that I would like to do. Just passively consuming BTS content when I can. But I guess if I had to choose, I would probably say the episode where Jimin, Hobi, and Jungkook are practicing for the home party concert. I think the episode is called Samche or something in Korean. That's probably my favorite. The next question is, what is your favorite BTS song? My favorite BTS song is Goyop. Something about the harmonies in that song, it just so beautiful to listen to. I I know that the song is pretty sad, but whenever I like need to feel something, like any sort of strong emotion, I'll usually listen to that song. Let me know if you guys have any particular song that just strikes a chord with you, no matter how silly or how deep. And actually, I think it is time for us to take a little break. Let's chill and listen to some of this really nice music. All right, we are back. I wanted to do something kind of fun for this video, so I thought maybe doing a sort of talk show radio host style video slash voiceover would be a fun and interesting way to do this. Please let me know if that is working for you. And if not, I will never do it again. Alright, so back to the BTS tag. The next question is, which member is your bias wrecker? So I've thought quite a bit on this question, and I can honestly say that I think I'm kind of in a place in my life where this question doesn't make sense for me. I'm a grown-ass woman, and having a bias wrecker isn't really something that I have. Like, the younger me, for sure. Like, you know, I get the question. I understand the question. I have experienced the question. But the current me, the me that is talking to you right now, doesn't have one. Doesn't think that like a bias wrecker is like a thing for me anymore. I don't know. I don't want to get like weird and philosophical here, so I'm just gonna say we don't have a bias wrecker in this house. Or conversely, everyone is a bias wrecker in this house. Stan OT7. That's what I'm trying to say. Moving swiftly along to the next question, which is, which member appears in your dreams the most? Sadly, I only dream when I'm drunk or have consumed alcohol, or when I have stress nightmares. So I don't think I've ever had a dream with any of the BTS members, but I'm super envious of people that actually have dreams of any kind that they can remember. Alright, next question is going to be, what is your favorite BTS music video? This was a surprisingly tough question. I think I'm kind of torn. I know it's cheating to pick like more than one answer, but I'm pretty torn between Spring Day or Run. Those both hold a very special place in my heart for different reasons. With that question answered, let's go back to just the music. I'll be back with you guys shortly. we are back once again, returning to the BTS tag. The next question is, what is your favorite BTS choreo? I would have to say my favorite is Dionysus? However you pronounce that, that is your prerogative. I don't judge. I also probably am not saying it right. But yes, that is probably one of my favorite choreographies, especially watching them perform it at the end of the year music festivals and live in concert. It's just awesome to witness the production that goes into that one. And that leads us into our next question, which is, which BTS choreo do you dance to most? Sorry, I'm laughing because if you know me at all in real life, you know that dancing is not my forte. I like to consider myself a realist. Dancing is just not in my wheelhouse. It's not one of my skill sets. I know where my skill sets are. Dancing, not one of them. Alright, the next question is, how long have you been an ARMY? So I heard about BTS in the late 2016, which does not make any sense. I heard about them late in 2016. Xena and Sita were really hyped about this group, and they got me hyped about this group, and then we went to the Wings tour in 2017, and the rest is history. Left that concert an ARMY. The next question is, even though you love them all, which album track list is your favorite? And actually, I'm a little bit confused by this question because the next question is, which album is your favorite? And I'm not sure I know what the difference between them is. What the difference is. Sorry. I got lost in my own question for a second. But genuinely, very confused. I don't think there is a difference. That's what I'm going to settle on, I think. And then I'm just going to give you the answer of which album is my favorite. My favorite album is the Hwayoung Yeonhwa album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life. Yeah, that is just from start to finish. I could listen to that album and have listened to that album for months and months and months. I never get tired of any of the songs on either of the albums. Sorry, there is a part 1 and a part 2. But I never get tired of listening to those tracks. And that actually wraps up the BTS tag. I am genuinely really curious to know your answers to these questions. Please do leave a comment down below if you decide you would like to answer them. Sorry about the possible crummy audio quality for this video. I am recording it on my phone right now. We make do with what we have, I am going to go ahead and sign off here. I will leave you to enjoy the rest of the Paint With Me video, sans my voice and only music. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!